Hey, Cleaning Nation, Mike Campion here with Jack Pinky Pinkoski. He is our marketing guy. He is our resident Kings and sports fan. But sadly, today we're not talking hockey. It shall be, or basketball. It shall be marketing, because that's what Jackson does. So all that to say, I was just sharing a story with him of one of our clients, and I think that will have I think we can relate it to what you guys are dealing with, or certainly when it comes to marketing. So we have a client that we encouraged him specifically to do door hangers. He's residential. We thought if he found the right neighborhood, put some door hangers, we've got done few door hangers for our clients, they would work. And he fought me for like 2 months because it was just, he's like, I've done thousands and thousands of door hangers and it just didn't work. And finally, after a bit of arm wrestling, we got him to have some printed. And, we want typically people to hang like 1,000 for a good metric, good, little data to know, you hang 6, you get a call or don't get a call. It's not enough data. You hang 1,000, you're gonna get some real data. He hung 45, and not statistically significant data, but we're going to work with what we have. And he messaged me, slacked me, hey man, we got my first call. I've done thousands of these, never had a call. And then an hour or so later, slacked me, I got my second call. So 2 out of 45, which is, above average, even for what we do. But it happened versus 0 out of thousands. And obviously the moral of the stories were awesome. But if you want something a little more helpful, sorry, I was super self-serving, but couldn't help it. For that, aside from us being awesome, that the whole reason I share that story is people overestimate the power or the importance of the medium, and they underestimate the power and importance of the messaging, specifically the offer. So he said something crazy like, I did door hangers and they didn't work. And that would be an acceptable statement if he's like, I did 1 million door hangers over the last 5 years in 15 different neighborhoods with 1,000 sets of copy, 20 different offers. I tracked all my, but that's not what happened. He sent 1,000 with a message to some people with some offer. And what he could have been able to accurately say is, I tested this message with these people at this time with this offer, and I got 0 calls. True. But what he said was, and love you, brother, if you're listening to the podcast, not trying to bust your chops, won't share, we're going to protect the names to save the innocent. But what he did say is, I've tried door hangers, they don't work. Right. So all that to say, I want to encourage for any of you guys and gals that, and 2 things can be true, right? Door hangers could stink. Andy could have not tested them effectively, but if you're going to get some coaching, you've got someone that's got some results they can share with you. Don't just judge right off the bat. So how that works is, or what I want to talk about today is the importance of how to make sure you've got messaging and an offer that's effective, and how to not jump to judgment of, well, I tried Facebook ads, door hangers, telemarketing, radio ads, billboards, fill in the blank with whatever you like, and and they don't work, as opposed to the mindset of, I tried this specific message on this specific medium to these specific people at this specific time, and I don't even like the phrase didn't work. Usually what they'll go is, and I got nothing. But if we force them to track it, they're like, well, I got 6 calls and one of them turned into a bid, or 2 or whatever, and I didn't sell any. Or I guess I did sell 1, but I didn't, there's a lot of stories around the data, but they just all gets translated. A vast swath of potential realities gets translated into, and it didn't work. Whatever that means, I got 9 leads and 2 sales, or 16 leads and no sales. It all translates into, it didn't work. So that's the table I set, Jackson. With all that said, what can you say? Because, having crafted many an offer, many a bit of sales copy, what can you say, on the concept of, judging a book by its cover or a media by a single result, and then B, how to craft offers and copy that does get results?
Yeah. So really, I like to think, with all these mediums and these places where you can, reach people, essentially all the mediums do the same thing. They get your message in front of people, right? Some do it on larger scales, like Facebook, like Google, you can get in front of the whole world. Some do it on a smaller scale, like a road sign or a park bench or something like that. That'll be to people driving around, or like door hangers in this example. Those are specific neighborhoods that those things go up to. And again, with these mediums, you're catching, like you said, you're catching these people at different stages of, their day, their life, really. Like if you do We have some people that do have billboards. Billboards people see on their car. They're commuting to or from work. They're coming home. They're going to the store. They're doing X, Y, and Z. Versus like a door hanger, they're at their home. They're able to look at your door hanger and then look around their house and see how messy it is and put two and two together. And if that's the perfect opportunity to actually go and catch them. So if your messaging at that point in time for the door hanger in this example is not, you know, basically not connecting with them because it's talking either all about yourself or how you use a mop a certain way, or it's, got logos splattered all across it, or it's just totally positioned the wrong way. It's not going to relate or connect with the consumer at that point in their home. And that's oftentimes, when we work with people who say, yeah, door hangers didn't work, and then you take a look at the door hanger, it's it says like cleaning service 30 times across it. It's like you don't need to remind people that over and over and over again,
Yeah,
right?
let me just give a couple examples because I know people are going, I don't do that, but I'm gonna give some examples. Like, okay, I guess I do that. So Jackson nailed the first most egregious one. Huge logo because it's so frustrating when I talk to people. I'm like, all right, when it comes to the messaging, don't talk about you and your services. Talk about them and their pain. And I'm like, and they're like, oh yeah, yeah, no, we're really good at that. We do that. And I go, great. What's your website? And I'm like, perfect. Let's pull it up. And I pull it up. First thing, big logo. Second thing, their name. Third name, best cleaning service in Tallahassee or whatever the case is. Fourth thing, about us. Fifth thing, pictures of a job that they did. It's just thing after thing after thing of things that they've done. So let me give you some examples of door hangers that are about you, even if you don't think so. Again, your logo, your name, services we offer. We don't cut corners, we clean them. Here's a review of us and our services. Here's the areas that we suffer. Here's how 32 years in business. These are all things about you that has nothing to do with their pain. So just be really careful before you just kind of do that automated, I don't do that. I always talk about them and their pain. Look at the actual copy that you're doing. And then the offer, some crappy like no offer, just it says $15 off your first clean and a phone number. That's not an offer. That's just more information about you. Here's my phone number. Here's 50, here's the offer, here's a $15 discount I'm giving, but you haven't even got them thinking why they need it. Yeah, I'm getting all ranty, but just before you check the box and go, I've heard this, my marketing is not about me. It's like, I'll even throw it on that challenge. Feel free to shoot me an email, mike@growmycleaningcompany.com, and be like, here's my marketing not about me. And if you do good and want us to, we'll put it up at the podcast and walk through a website. Maybe we should do that, Jackson. We'll get someone to volunteer their website and we'll give them
That'd be a
feedback on
fun
it.
one.
That would be a good one. All right, we'll see if we can make that happen. Okay, so all that to say, the reason I broke in is I just didn't want you guys. I know a lot of you are like, we don't do that, but your logo is about you, services you offer is about you, your company name is about you, reviews are about you, your phone number is about you, and I'm not saying none of it. You have to have a phone number, call to action, and $15 off and a phone number is not a call to action. It's just 2 bits of information. Hey, Clean Nation, Mike Campion here. One of my least favorite things about these podcasts are we found that people love the show and they love the information, but when I talk to you guys in person, stuff doesn't get done. People love the podcast, but they don't take any action. If you'd like to actually implement this and get this done in your world, we have a whole team of people that do exactly that. If you go to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk, you can book a time with either myself personally or one of our teammates to at least help you come up with a plan to actually implement and change your life. So if you want to go from getting these good ideas in your head to getting them in your life, just book a free call with myself or my team, growmycleaningcompany.com/talk. And we can go from this one-to-many format to one-to-one and really get you some results. Excited to talk. All right, rant over. Jackson, back to you, brother.
Yeah. That was a good rant though. That was because it's true. And a lot of times people will hit back with well, they won't know it's me, or they won't. How are they gonna know? How are they gonna know it's a cleaning service, or how are they gonna know it's my business? I mean, especially I'm gonna stick with the door hangers in this example. Um, you're calling out specific pains that them having to clean their home, it's related to, right? Your offer, your call to action, you're telling them to call you specifically at this number, and you're giving them their first clean free or discounted service or something like that. All that, discussing about hi, I'm so and so from so and so cleaners. That happens on the call. That happens at the next step. This initial point is literally just to, they have this pain, they have this problem. And my example is always a little gruesome, but it's like you kind of twist the knife a little bit. You kind of open up the wound and make them aware of the issues they're having and how you can solve it right now by having them take that first step, whether it be call, whether it be click, whether it be fill out a form, that kind of thing. And it's always kind of dismal when I say that, but it's really true because oftentimes when you start pointing it out to people on your piece of marketing, whatever it is, your collateral there, they realize it and they go, man, yeah, I'm really tired of cleaning. I spent like 4 hours cleaning today. I still have dust bunnies in the corner. I haven't had any time to make dinner, all these different things, all these different problems I have. And they'll realize in that moment in time, it's time to make a change and they'll take action. So, because you're right there, you're right in front of them.
And let me just encourage you when Jackson said, like, but they won't know who I am or what we're selling or anything about me or what my name of my company is. They don't care. They just care that you can help them solve, make their life better. All they care about is them. And it's funny, it makes me so sad. People come like, oh yeah, I just rebranded. I spent a lot of money. And this is a company maybe doing, 10, 20, 30 grand a month. Like there's no brand. Coca-Cola as a brand is billions of dollars over 100 years. People associate feelings with Coca-Cola, right? They'll do a rebrand and be like, oh yeah, we just got all new website and all new name. And nobody even notices. They're like, how do I do it? And what do I do? Their clients don't even know. What was your old name? They don't care. Like, the old story of like, when you're in high school, you're worried what, everybody thought about you. And you get to your 30th anniversary, you realize they weren't thinking about you at all. Like they were worried about what you were thinking about them or whatever else was. So I just want to encourage you. Sincerely, people don't care. They don't remember your company name. It doesn't matter. It's super important to you, but it's not important to them. They're super interested in them.
I asked back in the start of spring, I asked my neighbor who he uses for his lawn care service because I wanted a lawn care service. He's like, yeah, we've had them for years. They're super great. They do great cleanups and everything. I'm like, oh, cool. Could you do you have a card of theirs or something? He's like, I have no idea what their name is. I couldn't tell you. I just know that they come every spring to do our cleanup. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Super common. Because why would they know? Like, it's not an important piece of
Yeah.
information. Okay. So, in the time that we've got, for those of you taking notes, the big thing is don't judge a platform for better or for worse based on, like, Jackson made a great point when people are like, I tried, postcards for, or not postcards, door hangers forever, and they didn't work. And we see the copy and we're like, well, this copy wouldn't have worked anywhere. You could, if by that logic, you could test this on every single medium and come to the conclusion that advertising doesn't work, which a lot of people do. Because, and again, tracking is a big part of it because they don't track it. So they'll say crazy things like this didn't work. But what does that even mean? How much did you spend? How many leads did you get? Oh, I spent a ton of money. I didn't get any leads. And if you really track it, it's like I spent $431. You got 9 leads, 7 of which you deemed unilaterally as sucky leads. And the 2 leads you just didn't close because your sales process sucked, or one you didn't even call back, or you get some sort of data, which is super helpful. But I spent a ton of money and didn't get anything is not helpful. So first and foremost, you got to track. Second of all, messaging and offer is a big deal, right? So and that's one of the things I do like about online marketing is you can test stuff fast and cheap, right? And not always, but generally, if something gets people to click and take action on Facebook, it'll probably work in direct mail or in a sales conversation or on a billboard or on a wrapped car. So instead of saying, and it's so funny, people do different offers and different copy on different platforms, and then they'll go, well, this platform works and that doesn't. And they won't even think maybe the offer I put was the thing that, it's like I put I'm going to be super crude. I put a dress on Megan Fox and, then on a corpse of a bloated walrus, and people see the dress on the bloated, and that's an ugly dress. It's like, or maybe, that dress manufacturer doesn't know how to make a nice dress. Well, let's try it. Maybe. So all that to say, the place that you put it is, all that to say, make sure that you test for your copy is speaking to the pain of the person that you're trying to speak to. It's about them and their pain, not you. It makes a clear offer to solve that pain, and not all of it, right? If it's like for residential cleaning, it could be as clear as, call now for a $50 whole house clean, or call now for free this, or whatever the case may be. That's a direct, and even then just calling isn't going to solve their pain, but it's at least taking a step. For commercial, it could be come to a free lunch and learn, or let us, bring you donuts, or tell you how to manage your own cleaner better, how to not, waste so much time on facilities management. So it should be all about their pain, nothing about you. Some sort of clear call to action that they feel will solve that pain to some degree, if not all of it, at least take a step in the right direction. And that's really it. Simple, clean. People think they've got to make it long and wordy and sound flowery. Just speak like they speak, like him or hate him. Donald Trump kind of speaks in a way that people get, right? You could think he's dumb, or he's this or he's that. You could agree or disagree, but no one's going to say he's not clear, right? You might clearly disagree, but no one's going to say, I don't understand what the man was saying. So just make sure, like him or hate him, he's a heck of a marketer, right? So when you're marketing, just be clear. Make sure they understand what you're saying. All right, Jackson, what did I miss?
It's like a good homework assignment. We always call like the caveman test, or the so what test. It's the grunt test. If you take one look at one thing, so if you take one look at your door hanger, take one look at your mailer, like, can a caveman just grunt and go, yes, I want this, or is it too confused? Yeah, I like, me want, kind of thing. Why use many words when few words do trick? You keep it simple, because consumers and people, I have this conversation probably daily, almost at this point, with different businesses and different brands and different people. Is they always think the consumer is going to remember everything, or like, people get bombarded with thousands and thousands of ads each and every day. So if you're not quick, easy, simple, and immediately starting that process of fixing their problem, it goes in one ear, out the other. So having overcomplicated door hangers, billboards, mailers, emails, whatever it may be, is just going to hurt you in the long run. So do the caveman test, go through your stuff, and if you realize, man, I can't grunt at this, then take a chainsaw to it, change it up. It's going to do much better.
Love it. Well said. All right, Cleaning Nation. I feel this is a little bit of a patchwork on marketing, but I think we covered a lot of topics, and hopefully you're just getting the gist of be simple, be clear, talk about them. I don't know if marketing is easy, but it really is simple. I think we overcomplicate it by wanting to talk. We do like, well, I saw people use flowery words and this and that. Just be simple, be clear, talk about them and their pain, make them an easy to say yes to offer. It doesn't get anything beyond that. So hopefully that was helpful. If you need more specific help, if you're like, that was helpful in a general sense, but I would like someone to talk to me about me and my marketing, feel free to reach out. We love helping owners of cleaning companies all day, every day. Great to be with you for a little bit, Cleaning Nation, and we will talk to you soon. Hey, Cleaning Nation, if you dug the content you just got, we don't do any ads and I don't sell anything on this podcast, but if you would just subscribe, rate, and review, it would be huge, and I'd be so appreciative. Not only is it going to help me, but you'll help other owners of cleaning companies across the world work less, make more, and get profitable. So if you appreciate the value we give, again, subscribe, rate, and review. It would mean the world to me. I'd really appreciate it, and we sure appreciate your time and attention.